Good morning. So it is Thursday, December 17th. I survived a very cold day yesterday in the Big Red Kettle. It was chilly, but I have to say, I think it might have been one of my best birthdays yet. It was fun to see everyone who I knew that stopped by to make donations and wish me happy birthday and all that. But I got to talk to a ton of strangers, people that were just walking by. My sister made me a cool sign that said "Hunk, it's my birthday." So I got lots of hunks yesterday. Lots of people bringing me warm drinks. And it sort of restored my faith in humanity. The nice people who, didn't know me at all, but were very concerned about me being in the cold and would bring me out like a hot chocolate, or you'd see them go in the store and then a few minutes later they'd come out with a hot chocolate or something to help try to keep me warm up there. It was very nice, and it was fun. I raised over $2,000 yesterday, just yesterday alone, and that all stays local for Salvation Army. It was pretty fun. That and to help contribute by just spending the day up there being excited. And you see a lot of really close calls up in that kettle. People backing out, not paying attention. It's nuts what you see from clear up there, the things that go on in a parking lot, nuts. So you guys need to be more careful, seriously. It's never me, I'm always super careful. But it was entertaining for sure. So today, yesterday was chocolate covered anything day. Today is maple syrup day. I mean, seriously, what is this? Salted caramel? I didn't even notice that. That's like my favorite. But anyways, maple syrup day. So go get yourself a stack of pancakes and spread that maple syrup on it and celebrate this super important day. I want to, before I get to our guests, make sure that I thank the sponsors that make this show possible, like Hy-Vee. We're here in the Market Grille Express studios. I want to thank CBI, who sponsors the aisle cam and several other things throughout the show, throughout the week. Lutheran Living, who is such, I think about the history that's inside that building, with the people that live there, the memories that they have. They literally are pieces of history themselves and have so many fun stories to share with us. So it's cool to hear those when you visit with them. But this day in history, in 1903, apparently it was the first successful flight. That happened December 17th in 1903. It's a very chilly day to try to take the first flight and potentially not have that be successful, but more power to them. It was successful and pretty cool day in history. Now we fly all over the world, hundreds, millions times, flights going all over the place. It's pretty cool to think that that started this day in history in 1903. And obviously our last sponsor, Toyota Muscatine, which is who sponsors What's in the Box, and our guest is going to be super stoked to do that today and figure out what is inside that box. But let's get on to the guest, and then I'll continue to mumble after that and tell you all sorts of amazing stuff that's in the paper this week. But I have Nicole with me this morning, and she is with United Way, and lots of stuff going on with United Way right now between the campaign, and you guys also kicked off something else I saw on social media, which I think they're going to be able to pull up for us. So if you aren't in tune with their social media, you definitely need to go out and like and follow that, because always and volunteer opportunities and ways you can help out in the community. But so tell us a little bit about what you guys launched off with, the 10 days of giving.
So it's 10 days of giving and volunteering. So we're trying to showcase some of our agencies that we work with every day. So every other day it will be an agency, and on the off days it will be about United Way.
Awesome.
So we started with Monday, and we had Salvation Army on. And then on Tuesday, we talked about our Kids First program through United Way. And then yesterday was Senior Resources, and today is about United Way and what we do.
Awesome. Again, I say this a lot, but the collaboration that happens between all of the nonprofits is really pretty cool. The 10 days of giving, if you're looking for a way to help out, reach out, and or give a monetary donation, that's a great place to start, because you guys are going to highlight different people for 10 days.
Right. So it'll be about different agencies and different ways you can give, because everyone can give in some way.
Yep.
If you're giving by volunteering, by advocating, or by giving by funds.
Yep.
So,
yeah.
And we all need all three of those in our
Yes.
nonprofit world. So.
Yep. I was talking about that the other day, actually, where, you know, we don't all have the extra funds to give, but everybody has their, you know, the thing that they're able to kind of donate, whether it's your time or, like you said, maybe you're an advocate, or you know of the services that we have and are able to share those when you come across someone that may, you know, need a little help, or, you know, be looking for a certain service. If the knowledge is the power in that
Exactly.
kind of thing. So 10 days of giving, ways for you to either volunteer or be a part of some of these really cool nonprofits that are right here in our town, and constantly looking for people who can give some time. There are tons of opportunities.
Right, and they all help our community. They help make our community a stronger, a bigger community. So.
Yep. Yeah. So make sure that you hop on their Facebook page and look at all of those things that they highlight throughout. So right now, with United Way specifically, what are ways that people can help you guys out during, I mean, it's literally like the season of giving, the season of people wanting to help out and thinking about that. So how can they help out with United Way?
So we have volunteer needs at all times, but right now we are working with Salvation Army to deliver our Christmas meals to our folks who are on our grocery list. So those are all seniors who are homebound due to COVID. So we're going to be doing that next Wednesday at 1 o'clock down at Salvation Army.
Okay.
You'll have a route, probably about 15 places that you'll deliver the meals to. We did this at Thanksgiving, and we delivered about 200 some meals, and then Salvation Army had some meals picked up, so we had over 300 meals go out. So that's a great partnership that we're able to work with them on. So they provide the meal, we provide the volunteers. We already have the contacts because we're delivering groceries to them.
Yep.
So we have our grocery program that we work with MCSA's food pantry to make sure that seniors who are homebound have groceries.
Yep.
And we deliver today, and our next time that we will deliver is the 29th. That in both volunteer efforts are about an hour.
Okay.
So if you're interested, you can give us a call at United Way, 263-5963, and find out more information about that and get signed up. We have a volunteer website that showcases all of our agencies that we work with in Muscatine.
Cool.
So it's volunteermuscatine.org. And on that, you can make your own profile, find your own volunteer opportunities that fit your needs, your time, and what you want to give back by volunteering. And you can also track your hours on that, which is very helpful for our community, so we can get a good feel of how our hours are doing for volunteerism. And we also report that back to the state.
And even junior high, they start trying to get like silver cord hours.
Yeah.
So that's a cool tool for them to be able to kind of do that. And I assume you guys are more than happy to sign off on like the silver cord sheets and stuff like that. But I love that our schools do that and start them off early with learning how important volunteering for the community is. Yes. So take your family, you know.
And we love family volunteer opportunities.
Yeah. Hanley loves doing stuff like that, and she's only 9, so it's fun to volunteer as a family. Way to like get out and do something really positive together, something maybe a little different. But an hour, I mean, come on, we all have an hour.
You can't be learning a new trade, which is fun as well too.
Yep.
You know, so put it on your resume. So you talk about the students and some things that have come out of that is it's really neat. So a student can come up with an idea how they want to volunteer. Mm-hmm. They come and talk with me, and we can help them get it launched.
That's awesome.
We've had a couple different programs come out of that, so that's kind of neat too.
Well, and I mean, we all have that different mindset. We all have different ideas, and when you think about like the kids, the teens who, I mean, they have they think about things way differently than us adults do. So
right.
I'm sure they come up with really cool ideas. Hanley even, the things that she feels are important to like donate to the truck. She's like, well, but what about the kids, Mom? Like they're gonna want this, this, and this definitely in their cupboard. So, it's fun to see that side of it and see them come up with their own ideas and what they feel like is really important for people.
We had a student from L&M that came up with the sports locker. So it was slightly used sports equipment, like it could be cleats that they only wore for a couple times, or gloves, or what have you. And so we worked with her on that project, and she was able to get funding to help buy things
That is so cool.
Yeah, it was really neat.
So where is that locker at? How do people take part in that?
So it's at L&M School District. So
cool.
The counselors, I think.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you think about that every single year. Your kiddo grows, especially when they're younger, and so you're buying that new stuff, and then like what happens to it? It sits in a closet, or
we have our Kids First program through United Way, which that would totally cover that. Mm-hmm. So that's great that we were able to help them, and then we gave away the stuff as needed, and so and we get people drop off cleats and.
That's awesome.
Especially soccer cleats. Those are always, you wear for a couple games, and then kids outgrow them. So.
Yep. Yeah. Wow, that is super cool. Yeah, and that's something that's important to them is the sports, and so that's I'm sure where that stemmed from. It's important for our kiddos to have the things that they need in order to be successful at school and feel,
one with their peers. That's what we always say.
Yes.
Our Kids First Fund, our big mission is for children to feel one with their peers.
Yep. So. Yep. Have those cleats that fit and that look snazzy, and whatever other, the bats, and I mean, goodness, the things that we purchase for sports and then use for a year and then they grow out of it is nutso. But so tons of ways to help out at through United Way. They can if you have a specific thing that you want to volunteer and do, they can. If they don't have it, you guys always have a ton of resources as far as like, listen, this group is going to be able to really kind of give you what you need as far as doing that volunteer work. And people have so many different talents, and so it's cool to set up someone's talent with a volunteer opportunity.
Oh, it is. That's very fun.
We've, and even in talking with like Lindsay from Big Brothers Big Sisters, if you have a talent and that matches up with a little, how cool, to be able to use that. So it's fun to volunteer. It's easy to volunteer. People ask me all the time, how do I find out, where to volunteer? And I always say, call United Way. They're going to have a list of organizations that are looking for volunteers right now. There is definitely something for everyone. And I'm doubting that someone has ever called and you're like, oh, nope, we don't have any volunteer things right now.
I've never ever said that.
Never ever said that. I remember, I think when you guys were like first launching like the Day of Caring thing, and how cool it was to see that start off, and now it's just huge community thing. And so lots of ways for you to become involved with United Way and volunteering in the community. And it will be fun. You will like it. You'll enjoy the time. It's not work. It doesn't feel like work at all. It like you're
fun. It is
right?
fun, yeah. And especially when you do it as a family event. So
or work
for seniors.
Like when the different groups from work. That's cool. So lots of ways to volunteer, and also you guys are doing your campaign right now through United Way. So tell me a little bit about that.
So United Way, we do a campaign, and we try to raise $1 million every year. And then we have our mission, which This year we're working on families, efficientness, and education. So we have our agencies apply for funds through that. So we utilize volunteers again to help go through those applications and do tours and figure out exactly where it would be best spent for these funds. And then we grant those funds out to the agencies. So MCSA, Salvation Army, Flickinger Learning Center, all those agencies that we well known in Muscatine are where our funds go. And then we work with them to make sure that, you know, they have all the resources, that the funds are being used in the proper manner, and so forth.
Yep. Very cool.
So the exciting thing about that this year is that Community Foundation has the the platform, and we are in that with them. So Muscatine Charities, United Way, and the Community Foundation are all on the same platform. So it's easier for agencies, because before it would take hours for agencies to do the applications, because we want to make sure that everything is out there for our volunteers to make sure that the funds are being used properly and in the right manner.
Yep. Yeah, and when people are donating, that it's going and benefiting the right people and what they say they're doing in the community. Super important stuff.
So the campaign is ran by individuals, small businesses, and workplaces. So we're in the middle of like gathering all that information. We should have all that back in our office by January. And all the funds will be donated back out like March.
Wow.
So we're in the process of finding the volunteers to go through the process. And then I know that before I was even with United Way, I worked with one of the teams. So usually you're in the 4 or 5 teams. So
cool. And you just go through the applications and kind of see what the needs are, and I don't know, like kind of scale what you think is most important, or
right. So everything gets divided into categories. So you'll have education category, like maybe after school programming and so forth. And then you do a tour and get to know about how they operate there.
Very cool.
And then you read through their application, and then as a team of the volunteers, you go through, and sometimes you can score them, or do different ways of figuring out,
Very cool.
What they requested.
Well, what a cool opportunity to like get out and see the programs like firsthand and learn about it. Because I feel like I'm pretty in tune with what's going on in the community, but I still, on the show and throughout my day, like learn new stuff all the time about things that people are working on out in the community. And you're like, oh, such a good idea. Like, why didn't I think of that? But the amazing thing is that as a community, it's literally, there are so many things out there to help anyone, that has really any need. Somebody has thought of that and is out there waiting to help.
Yes.
Very cool.
And the fun thing about campaign, especially in the workplace, a lot of our workplaces will match those campaign dollars that the individual will donate. And the workplaces do such fun activities with it. So it's kind of neat to see how everyone gets together and builds around giving, towards.
Yeah, the ideas that they come up with to kind of amp their workplace up and get people excited about giving. Yeah, super fun.
Yeah.
And how cool for them to then match whatever their employees do, and then you get like double.
Like a month ago, I was talking with Musco, and they were going to do like a bingo, because everything's virtual this year, which is so new to all of us, and it's really hard to run a campaign virtual, but we're learning. So I was working with them, and they're going to do like a virtual bingo, and they was like, that's fun.
Super fun.
So they wanted some like things from United Way to put into the bingo and stuff. So I'm like,
very creative.
It's neat that you come up with new ideas.
Well, and it's obvious that United Way is important to people, important to the businesses, because they're willing to put in the time and effort to do things like that, to do the bingo, and they realize that there's that importance to make sure that United Way is funded so that you guys can help fund all these other amazing things in town too. So there's lots of ways for you guys to give, lots of ways for you to donate your time or your money if that's what you want to do, or just be an advocate. Get out, go on their website, learn about all of the things that are out there that are provided by United Way, and all of the other organizations.
And we have different committees that you can be on to help advocate. Kids First has a committee, and there's just lots of different things that you can do through our office and our organization.
So call Nicole and figure out where you fit into the puzzle, because I guarantee you are a puzzle piece that fits somewhere
I love that.
in the whole scheme of United Way and our community. Everybody has their own individual puzzle piece, and I love how you see, just people's individualities like work for, organizations and stuff, and it's pretty cool stuff. So figure out where you guys fit and make sure that you reach out to Nicole or check out their Facebook page. You guys are super active on Facebook, so it's cool you'll always know what's coming up, what things they're looking for as far as volunteers go. Very easy to find a way to volunteer if you want to. Sign up for Wednesday. I'm excited. I'm gonna ask Jay if he'll be around and we can maybe do a little volunteering that day to deliver some meals.
And we have,
sounds fun.
It's so funny with our delivery program that when it started, because everyone's like, "Oh, don't have over 60 people who are over 60 volunteer." I'm like, it's a pointless contact. You're dropping off the door, you're calling them, and so majority of the volunteers are over 60. But for Thanksgiving, we had Joni and John Axel help us. They're just so cute.
They are cute.
You guys are so fun.
They are so cute. But it's a pointless contact. It's super
and then
safe.
Kim from our office had her kids help her, and they delivered, and the kids wanted to make little pictures for each household, so they color things. And we'll totally allow that.
Yes.
That's so fun.
That is super fun. And when you think about the people who are getting delivered to are people who are literally like stuck in their houses. They're those at-risk older folks in our community who, need to stay at home for safety. How awesome would it be for them to get a picture? I'm sure it was definitely a highlight of their day or week or month
And we call them every other week just to make sure everything's going okay. And the conversations, that no one's checking in on them, and they might not have family or.
Yep.
So it's like so very sad. It's like, I have to get off the phone though.
I really have to go and work. I'm gonna get in trouble.
It is.
So you can be a part in that and deliver, make sure they have food for the holidays, and heck, Kim's kids had a wonderful idea. Make a little card or something like that so that they can have a little bit of color and a highlight for their day.
Something on the refrigerator.
Yep. So lots of cool ways for you guys to be involved. Check out the 10 days of giving, the ones that have already been featured or already out there for you to look through and see, and then make sure that you check back in. So every day they can learn something new about our community, about an organization doing great things within our community. So make sure you check out that if you're not already following United Way, which that would be silly.
Please follow us.
Make sure that you do so that you can stay in tune with all of the great stuff. Anything else?
No, that's a big thing. I mean, we have wrapped up a lot of our Christmas things already.
Yeah.
Our Kids First just did 70 Christmas bags for the junior high kids that we had the resource navigators figure that they wouldn't probably have a Christmas.
Yep.
So, it's fun things like that are pretty much wrapped up. We're almost ready for Christmas.
Almost ready for Christmas. I'm almost ready for Christmas. I don't have any
gifts wrapped at my house. I have not baked one cookie, but we will.
So at home, you're not ready for Christmas,
but
at United Way, she's ready. She's ready for Christmas. I think you're doing good. It's only the 17th. I mean, come on. You have like a whole nother week.
That's what I keep saying, and that's
what I keep saying, and then suddenly it's like 2 days, and then I'm like, crap, I haven't baked cookies. I haven't burnt my cookies, actually, is what I should say. I haven't burned any cookies yet because that happens a lot in my house.
My son asked the other night, when are you going to make cookies? Shouldn't you have a couple friends over to help you make cookies? I'm like, no. And he's like, fine, I'm making brownies. I'm like, whatever.
Do it, dude. More power to you. Well, before you go, I have to ask you to do what's in the box.
Oh, fun.
It's going to be fun. All right. You know how to do what's in the box, right?
Yes.
All right. So Toyota Muscatine, our sponsor, sponsors What's in the Box. So it is in a container today, so don't knock over the container. You might make a mess. And make sure you close your eyes so you don't see it on the TV. Pop open those doors so that everybody can watch you. What is in the box?
It's a glass container, and there's something jelly inside of it.
What is it? You gotta feel.
Oh, it's gummy worms.
It feels gross though, right?
Yes.
I definitely made sure to add a little extra goo for you. She's like, thank you, Ashley.
At first, I thought it was like one of those like gel, like air fresheners. I was like, oh no, this is like.
This is legit. This is like, I made sure they were extra squirmy in there. Yes, gummy worms. You're good though. I mean, they weren't real worms. It could have been that. So you're welcome. So Toyota Muscatine sponsors What's in the Box, a little fun game that we get to play on the show. Thank you so much for coming on. I'm excited that you guys are going to come on a regular basis. And just like I said, like with MCSA coming on, it'll be nice to like dig into the individual, like, you know, tiers of what United Way is, because when we talk about it as a whole, like today, it's like I feel like there's just not enough time to talk about all the cool stuff that you guys do. So it'll be nice to have those times so that we can let everyone know all of the cool stuff that's going on and kind of get more in depth with the different programming that you guys offer there. So I am excited. I hope you are. Thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a good holiday.
You as well.
I know. I'm excited. I'm feeling pretty prepared this year, so that doesn't happen very often.
Well, you know, I thought with a pandemic and having all this time at home, I would feel that.
Nope. Shopping was a little bit more odd this year. Hanley has no idea what she wants. It was tough, but I just...
She didn't ask for a Pampered Chef like my children?
No. She did not ask for Pampered Chef like your kids. I love that your boys asked for Pampered Chef.
Yeah.
You instilled some good stuff in those boys.
Stone and garlic press. Like, oh, awesome.
Shout out to
what
our
garlic is.
Pampered Chef friends. Yeah, I mean, seriously, 19 and 20.
Yeah.
Who would have thought that they would be asking for a garlic press?
But I use one every day, so I guess they watch. They
That's
do
true.
watch me.
They watch you. They pay attention to what you do. That is a mom win.
Yeah.
Mom win for sure. They pay attention to what you do. Goes to show they actually do. Even if they pretend like they didn't hear what we said, they're at least somewhat watching at some point in time. All right. Well, thank you for joining. Have a happy holiday. All right, guys. So 10 days of giving at United Way, sharing all the different ways and organizations in our community that you can help so that you could be a part of it and figure out where your puzzle piece fits and what you have to offer for those in our community. Super cool. So I want to talk about a couple things. You all should have your paper probably by now, if not yet, maybe today. Some of those will land. But joint effort is something you guys need to open up and check out. So a ton of smaller businesses in Muscatine County have kind of come together and kind of joined forces. It's a joint effort to make sure that they are able to get the word out about all of the cool stuff. We have so many cool businesses right here in our community, and now more than ever they need our support. So I love joint effort. I love that it's just getting bigger and bigger and more businesses want to be a part of it. So you can find a lot of cool ideas on those Christmas presents if you're still looking for that, or if, you know, we have our friends from Rivo that, find out what services that you can get right here from our town to support each other. It's pretty cool. Also, another cool thing that's happening in the paper now is our Make It Muscatine column, which is sponsored by our chamber here in Muscatine. And it is gonna like really get in depth and focus on a business right here in town as well. So lots of cool ways that you can take part in that and use that information to do your holiday shopping or know of those services that are offered here in town so that we can support each other and support local. The other, one of my favorites in the paper is also the shining a light on area schools, because it's a way for us to literally shine a light on our kiddos that are doing great things. And so for the spotlight, it's not just about academics. It's not just about, are they good at sports? It's, are they a great person? Like, are they, being a good friend at school? Are they helpful? All of these different things really to just highlight that being a good person and being helpful is important, and being able to kind of shine that light. And that's sponsored by Musco. And I think we do that every other week. So, and that's West Liberty, it's Wilton High School, it's Durant, Muscatine, L&M, all of those schools. You can actually get on the website and you can nominate someone if you've seen a student do amazing things or do something really kind, or maybe they've made huge leaps and bounds in their academics and you think that they should be highlighted for that. You can get on our website and actually nominate students. So it's not just staff at the school that can nominate them. You yourself can nominate someone if you've seen someone from the school do something really great. So I encourage you guys to nominate a student on the website and give them a little bit of spotlight. Man, their lives are really different right now compared to what they're used to. So if they're still out there kicking butt and doing great things, that's super cool, and we definitely need to talk about it. So we have a West Liberty student featured this week, so make sure you get in there and check out what great things she's doing and share the news and spotlight her on social media and everywhere. Let's blow it up and really make her feel special for being such a great kid. All right, guys, so we're getting closer and closer to Christmas. This is like your last real weekend before the holidays. So make sure, if you're not prepared, that you're out there getting prepared. One of the places that I've actually, it sounds weird whenever I say this, and when people ask me where I get some of the cool stuff that I've gotten so far for gifts, I literally have bought a bunch of gifts here at Hy-Vee. They have some really cool games this year, and I bought a ton of games for people this year because, we're stuck in our houses, we're spending more time at home, and so lots of cool things right here locally to buy, whether you check out the Joint Effort, check out Hy-Vee, all of the local places, and do your shopping as much as you can right here in Muscatine or Wilton. Lots of cool places for you to shop. I hope you guys take part in that. And I hope that until tomorrow, it'll be Friday. Finally Friday tomorrow. But until then, remember that kindness is free, so spread that stuff wherever you go.